Hey guys, and we're back with some more classic Wrath. Might as well enjoy it while it's still here, because once Cataclysm Classic comes out, this is becoming Classic Cataclysm. Dumbest thing ever, seriously. Again, I mean, I'm sure people love Cataclysm, but Cataclysm is the death of Classic. You know, when you go to Southern, go to the Barrens, and it's now split among, between Northern and Southern, it's not Classic anymore. Again, if you go to Desolate right now, it's Desolate. Cataclysm, there's a big old foresty tree and all that in the middle. It's no longer Classic. I mean, there's some remnants of Classic, like systems and stuff, but it's not Classic. There were things here, like Orgrimmar. Orgrimmar changed in Cataclysm. It's no longer Classic. Same thing with Stormwind. It also changed. Boy, I can't wait to play Warlords of Draenor Classic. I need a new wand. Like, seriously. I need a new wand. Also, I have a quest for here. There's Northrend down. Unholy Alliance. Inside Tower Brook Ratchet and choose under best. Oh no, I was like, what? Ambassador Malson's head. Failure now. I think, isn't that the dude you have to follow? There's a dude in here, and he's like stuck behind the cage. He's like kind of like locked up, and you kind of have to escort him. And then there's, after you kind of help him for like 3 minutes, I think it is, like 3 to 5 minutes or something like that. The boss comes out, kill it. I think we have to do that because there's no other. I remember that's what I have to do. I did it the other day. I accidentally started the quest before anyone else could kind of pick it up. And then once you're on the quest, it doesn't let you share it, which is like, okay. That's really stupid. But I won't cry for yesterday. Never get anything good. Ever. Ever. You can probably bigger pulls. Also, I finally got up to level 41. And, apparently the Dreadsteed is just taught to you from... I mean, you can apparently still do the quest, but the Dreadsteed, you can't see it because my face is covering it. But the Dreadsteed, apparently you can still do the quest. It's just you gotta wait till level 60. I mean, you can still do a lot of the same quests like you did. Like I'm doing before the Infernal. When it comes to Fell Hunter, I mean, I'm doing Demonology anyway, so I'm going to be able to get the Felguard, and the Felguard is by far the most superior. It pretty much can do everything that everything else does. So, good DPS, it's the tank, so it can... We're going to the last boss, right? I would assume so. What was I saying? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, the Felguard. Yeah, it's just summon Felguard, Metamorphosis, and I mean, back in the day, this was the way to go. Basically any other spec and you're gonna be made fun of. kind of like if you chose Red Pally back then. You were made fun of and laughed at. You're like, you chose Red Pally? Stupid. Oh, we're just skipping to the final boss. Fair enough. We can't just jump from here. I mean, I don't really care what we do. What do I get for that anyway? Actually, it's really not even worth it at this point. It's not worth the experience, and certainly not worth the rewards, so I think I can just get rid of it. I know it might seem silly to me with all this foolish pride. I suppose I should just get rid of it. I don't mind skipping. I don't like this place at all. It's not that hard of a place. I would show the map, but you know, they haven't implemented dungeon maps at this point yet. You know, which was something they should have from like day one. But nope, whenever you hit the map, it just brings you okay. Let's do this. Leroy. No, I'm not doing that.
Me smell stench of the living.
Okay. Can we? There we go. Just don't move them. Just move them right there. Frost or bust. Yeah, you run out of so quickly. You run out of mana in this. As opposed to like now, you know, it's like a joke that you like never run out of mana. So I mean, now it's like the polar opposite. We go from here where you really do need to manage your mana all the way to current retail WoW where it's like boom, 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 and you just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over. Now, they have changed some skills, like Arcane Explosion. Before, you could just spam the hell out of that. But now, it's like every time you use it, it costs more mana, kind of like Arcane Blast. But unlike Arcane Blast, that gets stronger every time you use it, Arcane Explosion doesn't. It just costs more mana. If I remember correctly. Or now it has a certain amount of, mana. Before it took almost no mana at all, so you could just spam it. You know, you're running as a lower level character through a dungeon or something. You just spam, Arcane Explosion. But not anymore. It's like after a couple of them, the mana's depleted. But you don't really use it that much anyway. I mean, even now, it's not that great of an AoE. Especially with mages, there are better AoE. But... like Blizzard. Like, if you're a Frost Mage... although I think Arcane Explosion is probably one of the only ones for Arcane Mages. I haven't played an Arcane Mage in a while. Silence. No taunts suck. Indeed. Yeah, I was gonna say, can we just please... I've got my rain of fire. Warlock AoEs are kind of crappy at this point. So you have Hellfire, right? And Hellfire causes damage. I don't know, I didn't know if it said like a certain percentage, but it causes damage, right? So you don't want to use it a lot. But as you can see, Rain of Fire, you have to actually, nowadays you just can simply do that and it'll just automatically, and then you can attack you know, doing other things. But here you have to actually cast it, and every time you get hit, it's boom, boom, boom. It gets less and less. So this is like really only effective in groups where you can kind of stand back like this and just kind of project it. Because if you're trying to use this out in the world, you're not going to be able to. So the best way to use it is standing far away, because nothing's going to get you, so you can allow it the full cast time. I mean, it's pretty strong. 552 damage, almost over like 5 seconds. And that's among everything. And we're going to be leveling up probably before we get to the boss. Good. Nice. You need to level up more. I just want to get up to, you know, not Cataclysm, Wrath stuff. That was the whole point of me doing this. I mean, I'm already 71 or 72, but with my Death Knight, and I don't like Death Knights. So I want to do it as WoWs, you know. Back in the day, that's what I did. That's originally how I did it. I didn't make a Death Knight till like way after. Actually, I don't think I made a Death Knight till like Cataclysm. Not because I wanted to or because I like them, just because I felt like the hype for them died down for the most part. You know, because Cataclysm, you got the Worgen and the Goblins, so everyone's like, oh, I'm making a Goblin, Worgen, and this and that. And, you know, it's no longer focused on the, ooh, look at this hero class. And all right, also, Demonology. No. Cast time of your imp. Barely use that. I don't even use, I really, apart from my imp and my Voidwalker, I don't use anything else. I know that the Fell Hunter is apparently better in like dungeons and stuff. I don't care. I don't care. Ooh. Wow, we skipped most of this and we're still doing this. That's insane. There's the boss right there. I wonder if I can pull them right now. Let's just pull them. Let's just do it. I really need a new wand. Hellfire ramparts. And the ramparts red glare. It does have a red tinge to it. I mean, because it is Hellfire Peninsula. So everything there is red, orange, and all that. And no. Which one was this? Include the damage. I mean, for the most part, when I'm in groups, I don't use Shadow Bolt. I just kind of do this. Affliction, really don't care. Reduces the cast time of your enemy's Void War. Summoning with new. Here's a combat rating. I'll have to read that in a second.
You'll never leave this place.
I always forget to put this on the bar.
I am the hand, each my servants.
Oh, you can't have them both at the same time.
Attend your master.
Okay, well, that's fine. A satchel of unhelpful goods. Bone fingers. Watch, satchel of helpful goods. What the hell am I gonna do with strength? thing lies. Thing's not helpful at all. At all. Oh. Okay, so first let's. What was this again? Increase the combat ratings gained from your conjured firestone. Sure. Let's make a firestone. Whatever it is, make a firestone. All right. Okay. Go see if there's anything I can learn. Let's do up again. Oh, God, no. Now we're getting into more of the dungeons I don't like. Nowadays, they're not so bad. I mean, dungeons now are a joke. Back then, I mean, in this era, you had to actually kind of, some of them strategize and plan and make sure your CCs are up to par and all that crap. And now you can just, you know, just go in and you just everything in there. You know, old leveling was a little, it was a bit more risky at certain places, but you know, because if you pull like one extra mob, you're dead. Nowadays, it's a joke.
What do you need?
Let's see, Death Coil, Hellfire, Carrying Pain, Shadow Ward, Curse of Weakness, and Howl of Terror.
Strength.
Nice. All right. All right, so I just got some stuff. Finally got a new wand. I mean, it's not super duper, but it's better than what I have, so. All right. Yeah.
Well met.
And like, there's a staff, but it's like, it's got strength on it. It's like, what am I gonna do with it? I mean, it's a huge upgrade, but waves. Like the Tanglewood staff, it's got spirit and spell power, but it's also got strength. What am I gonna do with strength? But it's an upgrade. I've had the living root level 20, like level 20. You know, and I want some of these, but it's just like you have to sacrifice a lot just for, you know, it. These monk staff of the wolf. Staff of Jordan. Like this, it's like that would be great, even though it's only 32. That would be great, but I don't have 800. And I mean, I don't know when I'm going to be getting another staff, though. That's like, that was one of the problems back in the day with these things. It's just like, you never know when your next meal is going to be. Oh, wait, I can't mana stuff.
Strength and honor.
45, isn't it? Yeah. Morning glory dew. I've got potions. Like greater mana potions, so they might last a little. I mean, life tap, or, yeah, so. How much time do I have left? Monastery, 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 monastery. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Whammy, stop. The one place I didn't want to go. I'd be terrible on game shows. Well, it's not that bad. It's as opposed to some of the other wings of this dungeon. This is the most straightforward one. It's still annoying though. We're just gonna pull everything now. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I finally got a new one though. Oh yeah, look at that, bright. I'm bright like a diamond. At least I can start. I think I can level up my thing again. Get away from me, buddy boy. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I will show you how simplistic it is, but I don't know why they decided, like, oh yeah, Cataclysm, we're gonna introduce maps. And that's another thing. There you go. Introducing maps in Cataclysm is no longer Classic, because Classic didn't have maps. You know, you have the world map, and you can, you know, do stuff like that. But as, you know, when it comes to dungeons, you didn't have maps. Oh, come on, I gotta... Fuck show. Yeah, this isn't exactly the hardest one. There's just some dungeons back in the day I just did not like. This was just one of them. I don't know what it was about this place I just didn't like. Yes, anytime I get to use this. I just like using Rain of Fire. They fell into a burning rain of fire. Really? Oh, boy. I can't wait to not be able to use them. But that, what was it? What's it called? I don't even remember what it's called anymore. But basically the thing with the War Within, where it's like basically whatever you get can be used, you know, account-wide and all that. They'll have like the warband, I think it's warbands. They'll have like the warband bank. So like if you get a piece of gear and you can't use it, you can put in there, and one of your other characters who can use it will be able to use it. So if it's not like a tier set, but you get something like this and it's like, oh, it's, you know, great for transmog, but I can't use it because it's not on the right character. You just put in the bank, the warband bank, and then you can get it on the character that can use it, which is really cool. Which I think they said is going to kind of be around, be a workaround for characters and soulbound items. So I guess if, you know, if you're running on your mage or something, right, and you're doing Siege of Orgrimmar and you get to Garrosh and he drops his shoulders, that you know, the man, you know, the shoulders of War Chief or whatever it is, and you're like, oh great, you should be able to just put them in the warband bank, and you'll be able to go on your warrior or whoever and pick them up and use them, you know, and get that you know, thing unlocked in your cosmetics. So I think they said tier tokens or tier sets or something like that. They said there's going to be some exception, which is fine. There should be exceptions, but yeah, just that kind of Because it's so annoying sometimes having, especially because sometimes you go onto a character that can't use it and then like it drops for them. You know? That'd be like having like Frostmourne as a drop. And then you going on like, you know, someone who can't use swords and then it drops on that person. And it's like, okay, well, I can't use it. And then having to sell it or whatever because you can't use it. Well, no, you just put it in the warband bank and you just pick it up on someone who can use it. And now that, you know, appearance is yours unlocked. So... God. No, leave me alone. I didn't do anything to you. Except hit you with that shadow bolt that one time. Ah, my hamstring's been pulled. Yeah, you can see this place doesn't pose much difficulty. Everything's spread out for the most part, nice and evenly, and crocheted cloak. But it's... I don't know. I don't know what it is about these places. Like Dire Mall, I'm not a fan of Dire Mall at all. I think it's... I don't know, just... The Wrath stuff just... Their dungeons had a lot more going on for it, I think. Let's just pop one of these. Even BC dungeons were like, eh. But Wrath really stepped it up with the you know, the dungeon game. Where you have the Lich King coming in places and like, oh, I'm gonna taunt you and let you guys, you know, remind you who the boss is. And they really did a good job of that. You know, just that's what people loved about back then with Wrath, and we want to see more of it now. Was the presence of the threat. You know, whether it be questing or whatever, you know, you're doing a quest, you're doing a dungeon, whatever it is, the Lich King shows up. You know, and it reminds you, hey, this guy isn't to be messed with. He's the final boss. You can't do that while stunned. You don't know what I'm capable of. Don't test me. Do not test me. Of course not. Of course not. Helpful satchel goods. Oh, the sorcerer. Ooh. What are we at? 28 minutes. One of the longest ones. Hopefully it won't take too long. Oh, what are we? Oh, we're halfway there. No, I think we just started. Yeah. Hunger Games, yeah. Hunger Games. I hope that's the theme song for the new Hunger Games movie. Written by Randy Marsh as Lord. Hello. Oh. Iron. Which way are we going? Which way are we going? I don't want to be here all day, you know? I really don't like this place. And this is a classic place, which makes it even worse. Yeah, back in the day, some of these places weren't very well thought out. I mean, I understand lore-wise and all that there, especially now. People digging back into the game, like, oh wait, this one quest in that one place said this. But it's just like, no. Also, is the Sunken Temple... The Sunken Temple, I think, is like a 50-something dungeon, or... But the Sunken Temple, is that the original? I can't remember if that was the original one. Wow. Endurium. Stamina Spirit. Whatever. Read it. I don't care. Like, John, you're complaining about, yeah, but when you have two other people needing on it, yeah, that would have been mine. That would have been my roll. I would have been rolling that one. So, whatever. I mean, that's why I like this stuff so much, because I don't like having to deal with out in the world kind of crap, because in here, your gear doesn't matter as much. Because we've got, let's see, what's the level range for this? Ultimon, 37 to 45. And then we've got 39, 44, 41, 44. So it's like, gear at this point doesn't really matter. Sometimes I don't have to do a damn thing. Sometimes I can go through and everyone there, except for me, is like the max level for it. I can just like... You know? You know, I could just stay in the back and, you know, just wave my wand. Hello, which way are we going, guys? I'd like to know which way we're going. I mean, can we get, like, everything gathered or something? I don't know. See, honestly, we're defeating things fairly simply, so it's just like... Expelliarmus. I need one that has, like, a green thing going, like a nature damaged one. We're like, Avada Kedavra! Avada Kedavra! That'd be great. Incendio! Grimlock. The Gridlock, which is like one of my favorite Doctor Who episodes. I think mainly because there's like a bunch of kittens in there. If you're a fan of Doctor Who and haven't seen that episode for whatever reason, I would definitely recommend watching it. Really good episode. I think it's the... Is it the first meeting with the Face of Bo? I can't remember if it's the first meeting with Face of Bo or not. But it's a great movie, great episode. But there's little kittens in there, and obviously I have a soft spot for cats. I've got my babies outside, which gotta check on them soon enough. Gotta make sure they've got food. They usually eat like twice a day, and then I think my roommate fed them before, so they should be good for a while. I won't feed them again until pretty much I'm ready to go to bed at like 11, 12. But since it's colder out, I also give them a little extra. So I've got a big old fat can of chicken, and I'll just pour that on top of their food. Normally I pour the water out, but I can, you know, it'll entice them to eat more of the food, and then the chicken gives a lot of the good fats and proteins and stuff like that to help them make it through the cold. It's not super cold out right now, but it's cold enough to where you want them to. I mean, they're putting on weight, which is good. Mainly because they eat so much. You know, like I said, I'm feeding them 2 times a day. She feeds them, but she gives them more like human stuff. Like she makes a bunch of stews and stuff, and like if there's things, she'll have like gravy left over, and she'll smother it in gravy, and that's obviously fattening for them, which is good. But yeah, normally they actually eat, I think, probably at least 4 times a day. But I know sometimes she'll feed them once or twice. Or she'll feed them in the morning, and then I'll feed them sometime in the afternoon, and then she'll feed them again, and then I'll feed them before I go to bed. So the little babies, their little bellies are plumping up, and but it's good. It's not particularly super cold right now. It's still like during the day it's in the 60s, and I think at night it's like maybe 40s. So really not that bad. I mean, cats can survive like below 0, but I mean, obviously I don't want mine to have to do that. So at least this year, if they've got, you know, we get snow or something, you know, they'll either go under the house, or we've got stuff up there. They've got this little box out there that they're sleeping in right now. I took one of my blankets, and then she put a box out there, and they've been sleeping in that, so, you know. Especially if it's snowing out, because I don't want them going out there and freezing their little paws off. That's the last thing I want, is them freezing their jelly beans. Best thing I need is their little pink jelly beans being frostbitten, turning into black beans. Ew. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's all these guys still. Come on. Let's go. I get to attack single things right now. Alright, so 36. Okay, it's really not that bad with mana right now. Actually, I can go ahead and heal some of this. Well, at least we're almost at the end. Yeah. I love how it's like supposed to be like this Titan facility, and then you have like, you know, very Greek Roman-esque looking carvings and stuff like that. It's all the same one. I love when the game designers don't want to make it just a couple different ones, so they just use the same one throughout the whole thing. It saves them time and money. Okay, can we stop moving everything out of my rain of fire, please? Whatever. I'm trying to do my best here. Do I? Nope. I like how the demon skin and demon armor just kind of baked into the warlock now, and you don't have to keep putting it on you. And I mean, those are some things with classic that I don't like the buffs and everything. You have to constant. Now most of them are just kind of baked into the you know, the class and all that. Temple door. All right, guys. It's the final boss. It is over. Your search is done. Let fate choose now, the righteous one. Uh-oh.
Who dares awaken Arcadus? Who
Arcus.
dares the wrath of the Makers?
You. I remember you. In the mountains.
Awake, ye servants, defend the discs.
The discs.
To my side, brothers, for the Makers.
Oh no. Not so helpful goods. No. I don't want to... Okay, well... I lose 4 intellect, but spell power? Sure, why not? I've already done the quest, so... But I think we're gonna end it here. We're gonna end it here. So... I really hope I can get up to Northrend and do that before Cataclysm Classic comes out, because I'm going to be pissed off if I don't. I mean, I pretty much do this almost every day now, and I can gain a couple levels. I mean, especially with this, with the level, the dungeons. So, I mean, it seems like 3 dungeons for a level. Like 3-4 dungeons, and they really don't take that long at this point. So, simple enough. So I should be up. What am I at already? I'm at 42. Yeah, just a couple days ago, I was like, what, 35 or something? And it's not like I'm sitting here for hours and hours and hours playing. I'm playing for a very short time. So to go from like 30-something to 42, it's really good. But anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.